On today's flight, we are travelling to the land of ice and fire, Iceland. We'll be flying the PMDG 737-800 using the EasyJet livery. We begin our journey at Belfast International Airport, known as Aldergrove. So on this trip, we will see a beautiful sunrise, scenic views of Northern Ireland and Western Scotland, and the ice floes of Iceland. So stay with me for the final landing at Reykjavik. It's 7:30 on Thursday the 30th November 2023, and it's also St Andrew's Day. We are at stand 24 at Aldergrove. I have completed the startup procedures and I'm now requesting pushback. I have loaded the planned route from SimBrief into the FMC on the 737 already. The active runway is 07 and our plan is to fly at 36,000 feet in the cruise. See, the weather is good and the sun will be rising shortly. We begin pushback. We start the procedure to start both engines. We have completed pushback. Jumping ahead a little, we have started both engines and are ready for taxi. Power on and we make our way out on the taxiway. The flight covers 827 nautical miles and is approximately 2 hours and 11 minutes in the air. I will edit the video down and pick out some of the highlights. Crossing runway 17. Making your way onto the active runway 07. So we will hit the toga button and rotate at 147 knots. And we are rolling. Crosswind pushing us to the left, but we are climbing and will raise the undercarriage. At this stage we'll engage the autopilot and raise the flaps. Our course takes us left and away to the north of the airport. Behind us and to the right is the largest freshwater lake in the UK, Loch Ness, which is famous for its eel fishing and bird habitat. Behind us and to the left you can just see Belfast Loch leading out into the Irish Sea. To our front and left is Donegal, and the body of water to our left is Loch Foyle, with McGilligan's Point at the narrowest point for crossing. We are leaving the coast of Northern Ireland behind us, and over to our left is the small island of Rathlin, and a little further Scotland and Campbelltown can just be seen. We can take a moment and enjoy the sunrise as we head north. During the Second World War, Loch Foyle, which is located between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, served as an important naval base and anchorage for the Allied forces. The loch played a strategic role in supporting naval operations and the protection of shipping routes. The Royal Navy and other Allied forces used Loch Foyle as a base for assembling and escorting convoys, as well as for training exercises. The Foyle was chosen for its deep waters and proximity to the Atlantic Ocean, making it a suitable location for naval activities. The loch contributed to the overall war effort by facilitating the movement of naval vessels, troop transports and supplies during the conflict. Additionally, it played a role in anti-submarine warfare efforts to counter German U-boat threats in the Atlantic. Further along Loch Foyle is County Londonderry, which at the end of World War II was one of the designated ports for the surrender of German U-boats. The surrender process took place in May 1945, following Germany's unconditional surrender. Londonderry's Foyle port was used for the arrival and surrender of several German U-boats as part of the broader demobilisation and disarmament efforts after the war. The U-boats were interned and later scuttled, or used for testing and evaluation by the Allies. This surrender marked the conclusion of the U-boat threat in the Atlantic during World War II. To our left is the island of Islay, which is part of the Inner Hebrides of Scotland. Islay is renowned for its single malt Scotch whiskies, known for their distinctive peaty and smoky flavours. The island is home to several distilleries. Islay is the southernmost island of the Inner Hebrides and is characterised by a rugged coastline, sandy beaches and fertile plains. It is the seventh largest Scottish island. Islay also has a rich history, with numerous historical sites including ancient standing stones, Celtic crosses and ruins of medieval churches. Finlagan, the ancient seat of the Lord of the Isles, is a notable historical site, and visitors often experience the warmth and hospitality of the locals. The island's community spirit is reflected in its events and gatherings. So we can see the contrails have formed. Contrails, short for condensation trails, are visible lines of clouds that form behind aircraft flying at high altitudes. They are composed primarily of water vapour and ice crystals that result from the condensation of water vapour in the aircraft's exhaust. So we change our focus to looking north. The water we are currently flying over from Ireland to Iceland and subsequently from Iceland to Greenland is known as the GI-UK Gap. The GI-UK Gap is a strategic maritime area in the North Atlantic, named after the three main points in its geography: Greenland, Iceland and United Kingdom/Ireland. The significance of the GI-UK Gap lies in its strategic importance during the Cold War, and its continued relevance in modern geopolitics. The GI-UK gap was a critical area during the Cold War, particularly for NATO and the Soviet Union. It represented a potential access point for Soviet Navy and submarine forces into the North Atlantic. Controlling or monitoring this gap was crucial for both sides to ensure maritime security. The GI-UK gap was a focal point for anti-submarine warfare efforts. NATO sought to prevent Soviet submarines, especially nuclear-armed ones, from entering the Atlantic through this gap. The US and its NATO allies deployed various maritime assets, including surveillance aircraft and anti-submarine warfare ships, to monitor and patrol the area. While the Cold War has ended, the GI-UK gap remains strategically important in the context of modern geopolitics. The region continues to be relevant for maritime security, defence and the protection of sea lanes. As new challenges emerge, including concerns relating to the Arctic, the GI-UK gap remains a key area of interest for the nations surrounding it. We are now over Iceland, the land of ice and fire, and we can still enjoy the sunrise which was following us. The onboard iPad also shows our progress along our route. We will skip ahead to final approach into Reykjavik, runway 19. At this stage we have not acquired the localizer, although we are seeking to acquire it. We are watching the primary flight display for a green VOR/lock. I have switched to heading select mode and will turn right to seek out the localizer. Okay, we have a green VOR lock, so we've acquired the localizer. I will hit the approach button now so we can obtain the glide slope. Setting flaps 30 and continuing to bring the speed back. We are maybe a bit too slow. Taking the speed up a bit. We have the glide slope, green GS on the primary flight display, so we will lower the landing gear. I think we are all set for landing, speed is good, runway is in sight. So the plan is close to the threshold. I will disengage the autopilot and auto throttle and land the touchdown by hand. Just checking speed brake is armed. We have nice conditions for the final approach. Okay, the approach is looking good and steady, and we will focus on the last stage of finals. Reykjavik, the capital and largest city of Iceland, boasts a unique blend of rich history, vibrant culture and stunning natural landscapes in its surrounding areas. With a population of around 130,000, Reykjavik is the northernmost capital of a sovereign state in the world. The city's name translates to Smoky Bay in Icelandic, a nod to the steam rising from the numerous hot springs in the region. Reykjavik is renowned for its geothermal energy use, providing natural hot water to homes and businesses. The iconic Hallgrímskirkja, a striking church that dominates the skyline, is a testament to the city's modern architecture and a must-visit landmark. Venturing into Reykjavik surroundings, one encounters the surreal landscapes of the Reykjanes Peninsula, home to the otherworldly Blue Lagoon. This geothermal spa is fed by seawater and is renowned for its azure, mineral-rich waters. The peninsula is also dotted with rugged lava fields, geysers and the dramatic bridge between continents, symbolising the Eurasia and North American tectonic plates meeting point. A short drive from Reykjavik leads to Thingvellir National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This historic site hosted the world's first parliament in 930 AD and showcases the unique Rift Valley where the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates are slowly drifting apart. The park is also home to the crystal clear waters of the Silfra, a popular diving and snorkeling location. I will investigate the terrain warning on landing, and if you can assist in this, please comment below. Turning off autopilot and auto thrust for the final touchdown. Okay, we've touched down a little to the left, correcting and engaging reverse thrust. I hope you've enjoyed our flight. We've seen a few sights and touched on some geopolitics. So if you consider liking and subscribing, I will see you on our next flight together. Take care.